child said, "What is the grass?" fetching it to me with full hands. How can I answer the child? I do not know what it is any more than he. I guess it must be the flag of my disposition, out of hopeful green stuff woven. Or I guess is the handkerchief of the Lord, a scented gift and remembrance of design will drop, bearing the owner's name some way in the corners, that we may see and remark and say, whose? Or I guess the grass itself a child, the produced babe of the vegetation. Or I guess it is a hieroglyphic, and it means sprouted alike in broad zones and narrow zones, growing among black folks as among white. Canuck, Tuckahoe, Congressman, Tough. I give them the same, I receive them the same. And now, it seems to me, the beautiful uncut hair of graves. Tenderly will I use you, curling grass. It may be you transpired from the breasts of young men. It may be you are from old people or from offspring taken. What do you think has become of the young and old men? And what do you think has become of the women and children? They are alive and well somewhere. The smallest sprout shows there is really no death. All goes onward and outward. Nothing collapses.
The Lord is my shepherd. Dominus vobiscum.
Et cum spiritu tuo.
Oremus.
Pater noster, qui es in caelis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in caelo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitte nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos
beautiful thunderous sound. Teachers and scholars of the oldest school in continuous existence in North America, good morning and welcome back. I am so happy that you are here and that I am here. What a great place to be and what great people to be with. Here in this splendid hall, sitting next to our 300 best friends, surrounded by our teachers and coaches and advisors. Where else would you rather be than in this very spot? In this sanctum sanctorum, as Ignatius Brennan was wont to say, gathering with one another as we begin our ancient Latin schools 380th year. Many of us were last gathered here 87 days ago during the Prize Day Hall before heading off to various summer adventures. I hope they went well, and I look forward to hearing them. While we were away, however, campus was also a buzz, and it's worth acknowledging and appreciating all that went on and those who made it so. Several of my colleagues served as teachers and coaches over the summer for our summer programs. Dozens of students took advantage of this opportunity. Several of you realized gainful employment teaching and counseling and coaching hundreds of young people for the benefit of our campus. I thank Mr. Spellman especially for orchestrating such a vibrant set of summer offerings with his usual wizardry, energy, and thoughtful leadership. To our indefatigable buildings and grounds crew who accomplished the usual tune-up of the campus, painting, the repairing, and the cleaning, goes our deepest regards and gratitude. The fields are lined, the classrooms are clean, the chairs are accounted for. Most importantly for us, you may not even know this, but in the wake of an early end to our chillers, as well as obstructionist tactics from the air conditioning company, was their acquisition of a temporary chiller from Texas, brought on a trailer and hooked up to our cooling system. It was touch and go to the last minute. You may hear it hum behind me, but they made it happen. And we are ready to go today with sparkling, bright, safe, and comfortable accommodations. Thanks to Mr. Dokoral, Mr. Brunn, Mr. Zapata, Mr. Rideau, and Mr. Lawrence. And to the many others who in their various roles and offices prepared us to begin this year as well, especially Mrs. McGuire, Mrs. Powell, and Mrs. Gibbons, we should offer our thanks as well. To countless others in the development office, the admissions office, the business office, who maintained their essential pace over the summer, we are also grateful. Their work often goes unseen, but without it, we would not be here this morning. And of course, to Mr. Hyatt, who delivered unto us the schedules which we'll be soon moving into. For him and to him goes our admiration and thanks. While we are delighted today to celebrate the beginning of a new school year, the opportunity to start anew and to look forward to wonderful challenges and opportunities, it's also important to acknowledge the great continuity of Roxbury Latin. Not only has this institution survived nearly 4 centuries of war, civil upheaval, famine, hurricanes, and now heat waves, but that continuity has been ensured by the strong tradition of countless faculty and staff committing their lives and their selves to this school. At the start of this year, 16 of our faculty will have served here 15 years or longer. 14 came to RL before any of you were born. A few came to RL before your parents, and one even came the year that I was born. We are especially glad today to recognize significant anniversaries of adults in the community. I ask you to hold your applause until all their names are called, and I ask my colleagues to stand after I call each name. Celebrating their 5th year of association with RL, Dr. Brian Dunn and Dr. Art Beauregard. Marking the beginning of 10 years with us are Mr. Greg Sokol and Senor Arturo Solis. 15 years with RL is Mr. Darian Reed. Mr. Reggie Brunn is marking the beginning of his silver anniversary, 25th year. And Mr. Bo Randall marks his 49th year in the trenches. A round of applause, please, for Dr. Dunn. students, and faculty and staff. We are also often glad to acknowledge those among us who assume new stations in the school. Chief among that latter group are the newly minted members of Class 1, who stand to offer leadership, talent, and creativity to all aspects of school life under their ultimate year as students. I joined them at Beaverbrook last Tuesday. We will gather again this afternoon, and they are a likable, capable, and united bunch. We very much look forward to witnessing them make their marks as seniors. Members of Class 1, please stand, turn around, and receive our applause. At the other end of the room, in the gallery, sit the remarkable new members of Class 6, the great class of 2030. Big year. Of the 218 applicants to the 60 class, these 43 were chosen. That is 18% acceptance rate. These boys, as the rest of you did, represent notable achievements, talent, and promise. They hail from 21 different communities, including boys from Braintree, Brookline, Canton, Dover, Easton, Hingham, Hopkinton, Milton, Newton, Randolph, Sharon, Walpole, Wellesley, Weymouth, and Westwood. From the city of Boston neighborhoods of Beacon Hill, Brighton, Dorchester, Fenway, South End, and West Roxbury. We are optimistic about how well you will evolve there and how much you will contribute to your new school. We are eager to welcome and support you as you become our other boys. Members of Class 6, please stand to receive our praise. There are also 11 new boys in Class 4, chosen individually out of 131 applicants and 11% acceptance rate. We are welcoming 4 new students to Class 5 and 3 new students to Class 3. They too were chosen from selected pools and have earned their places in our midst today. The new boys in Classes 3, 4, and 5, please stand. Let's give them a round of applause. All told, there are 61 new boys who we said yes to and who said yes back to us. We are excited for their honors. We also welcome an exceptionally talented group of new faculty and staff to campus this fall. Thanks to the good work of Assistant Head for the program, Dr. Dunn, as well as to the many department chairs, teachers, and leaders who helped bring these talented folks to our midst. It's quite a group, and I know we will welcome them with open arms. First of all, Mr. Andy D'Amato. Mr. D'Amato joins RL as a member of the Science and Math departments, where he will teach IPS and Math 7 to our younger boys. Mr. D'Amato is no stranger to teaching and coaching at boys' schools. He has taught chemistry and coached baseball at Severian Brothers High School just down the road. Prior to that, he taught biology and chemistry and coached baseball at BC High for 5 years. Most recently, he pursued a career in the corporate world, working in business development and instructional design at Porter Futures, a cybersecurity company, where his role was developing curriculum and training materials for their products. Thankfully for us, the call of teaching was strong, and Mr. D'Amato was eager to get back to the classroom. He earned his bachelor's degree in biochemistry from Loyola University of Maryland, where he was also a member of its Division I swim team. And he earned his master's degree in education at Boston College. At RL, he also coached middle school soccer and JV baseball. Welcome. Mr. John Dorer. I feel your face of some of us. Mr. Dorer joins us as one of our two Penn Fellows. As he works towards his master's degree in education, he will teach advanced level algebra class 5, pre-calculus class 2. He earned his bachelor's degree in sociology and his master's in management from the University of Notre Dame, where he was a kicker for the football team for 4 years. His undergraduate experience included studying abroad in South Africa. Most recently, he served as a middle school teacher in North Carolina Public Schools. An exemplary high school athlete in his own right on football and track teams, he is also, I discovered on an internet search last night, the third leading scorer in Notre Dame football history. Mr. Dorer will help coach both the varsity football and JV basketball teams. Welcome. Ms. Lisa Custer is, like all of you, a constant generalist, bringing up a variety of passions, talents, and expertise to North Carolina. Multilingual, including in French, Italian, and Latin. She will serve primarily as a member of our modern languages department, teaching sections of French 2 and French 3. She has taught French at the college level as a teaching fellow at Harvard for the past 4 years. Prior to that, she was a professional dancer for 10 years, a member of the company All for Naught, traveling through Europe as part of more than 200 performances. She taught dance and dance history in France for 4 years, and at RL, she will also teach Class 6 dance, assist with choreography and drama productions, and serve as RL's director of travel. She earned her bachelor's degree cum laude in French with minors in dance and English from Barnard College. She earned her master's in French from Harvard University, where she's currently working on her dissertation as well. Welcome, Ms. Lawson. Ms. Karen McGuire. There she is, already standing. Ms. McGuire joins RL as our new Assistant Director of External Relations, working closely with Mrs. Berg and Mr. Miller to tell the RL story through a variety of media. She has spent the last 5 years in higher ed, working in admission and financial aid at Harvard Kennedy School, and in student programming and campus life at Tufts, where she supported a board of 25 elected students planning and executing more than 40 events each school year. Prior to that, she was a coordinator for the Alley Krieger football camps, soccer, creating content to market and advertise the camps, running the organization's social media channels. She earned her bachelor's degree in English at Dickinson College and her master's in source industry management at Georgetown University. Welcome, Ms. McGuire. Ms. Erin Sutton. Ms. Sutton will serve as North Carolina's chair of the arts department, bringing a broad range of skills to both the making and teaching of art. She has been teaching art to high school students for 14 years, most recently in the Lawrence and Lynn public school systems. She has devoted her career to helping students develop their own artistic voices and agency in a range of media, from painting to drawing to glass, music, and mural making. An artist in her own right, she has amassed an impressive portfolio of jury group exhibitions, mission art projects, and solo exhibitions. And in 2022, she was named the Massachusetts Secondary School Art Educator across the arts, visual, dramatic, music, to build on strengths and evolve the program in meaningful ways. She will teach students in Art 7, Arts 8, Arts 9, mixed media, and applied art, and will assist drama and outdoor programs. Welcome. Mr. Andrew White. Roxbury Latin class of 2018. Mr. White has been a familiar face in our halls last year, teaching various levels of classic languages in the winter and spring of 2024 as a long-term substitute. That return to RL has, thankfully for us, kindled a passion for teaching, and this year Mr. White will join us full-time as a Penn Fellow and teacher in the classics department. He earned his bachelor's degree, magna cum laude, in classics from Princeton University, and has taught as a fellow at Princeton's Writing Center and as lead teacher of RL's I2 STEM. Mr. White has further honed his musical, journalistic, and classical chops in a variety of extracurriculars, all of which were first seated here at Roxbury Latin, the Commons, Tripod, Viva, and the Comics. At Princeton, he was vice president of the Princeton Classics Club, editor of the Nassau Weekly, and president of Princeton Tiger Jones, and all male acapella. He is also an avid crossword. This year at RL, Mr. White will teach Latin 1 and Honors Greek, coach middle school soccer, and assist at debate and drama. Welcome back. And then there's me. I'm Dr. Schaefer, head of school. More on that. We are fortunate to have this remarkable group of educators, faculty, and new students. Let us please rise and sing.
Amen.
I know it's going to be a great year. Aiden asked me to speak an hour, but I told him I would cut it down to just under that. This summer, though, given the circumstances of my own situation, I've been thinking a lot about the beginning of new school years, about beginnings and about newness. And since a few days ago, after met with the 60s during their orientation, I've been thinking a lot about what it was like to be a rising seventh grader in the beginning of the school. As I told them, that summer for me, for my seventh grade year, was the summer that the original Air Jordan 2 set my house, that my friends had and I didn't. But it was an important summer in the life of young Sammy Schaefer for other reasons as well. Indeed, the summer before my seventh grade year was the best of times, and it was the worst of times. I headed into the summer before seventh grade with my first girlfriend ever, Whitney Burrow, a green-eyed beauty, brilliant, athletic, dreamy, potential life partner. The best of times. I also got a letter from Whitney that summer under camp letterhead. Still have here. Let me read it. I don't want to sound like a fool or make you hate me, she wrote. But after 3 months, he'll become more like a brother than a boyfriend. And you seem to like me really seriously, and I just don't. So I feel like leading you on, and I know it seems low to break up in a letter, but I just respect you too much to let it drag on. Please don't despise me or call me names behind my back. The worst of times. We're still very good. I grew 6 inches that summer, rocketing to the high 5 foot. My future in professional athletics seemed imminent. The best of times. I also got muscular spotters from all that growth, which put me in excruciating pain and meant that I couldn't play football in the coming fall. The worst of times. But perhaps the most important thing that happened to me that summer and sealed the deal on the best of times was that I had Coach Mitchell in my final season of Little League. Coach Mitchell was one of those great coaches, like the coaches you have here. He taught us about situational baseball, hitting the cutoff man, double steals. He made it to the league championship, and I made the All-Star team. But that wasn't why he was a great coach. He was a great coach because he was a good man, a kind man, a man who could tell when I was having a bad day. They would know when I needed to be left alone or when I needed a quiet word. A man who I could talk to about my recently developed stutter. A man who wanted me to be a good person. He was also a man who held us to high standards. And one of the most important things he taught me, and one of the most lasting, was to give a good handshake. Sammy, he said, a good handshake is everything. It's your first impression. It's your lasting impression. It's about respect and honesty and being upstanding. Look the person in the eye, really see them in their eyes. Grasp their hand like you mean it. Be firm. Not limp like a dead fish. Not aggressive like you know all. Just be firm and solid. Do that. It's good. It was a powerful lesson for me. A small thing, but as you all know, an important thing that came at the right time and that has stuck with me always. A good handshake means a lot. Something, of course, that I've been thinking about as this day, our opening day, has approached. I've been learning a great deal about Arthur Latin these past few months. And I have something of a deficit, of course. I haven't lived this school as you have. I don't know it as well as you do. But I am eager to live it and to get to know it. I am eager to learn from you and to get to know you. I hope you'll be eager to get to know me. And help me especially as I decide to learn your names, which I will. It may take a while. Please be patient and say them multiple times. But I do know some things about this school that a lot of very good people, some of you, your teachers, your relatives, departed, the all-school handshake. So I've been using a little bit about handshakes. Ever since Coach Mitchell taught me their importance, of course, but also these past few weeks. Maybe something that you thought about too, or maybe not. They're such a part of our culture that after one of those things we do, we don't even think about. And maybe it's what causes it. There are so many kinds of handshakes out there. I'm sure you can picture many of them. There are the simple handshake greetings. You meet someone, you reach out, you grasp their hand and shake them. There are the handshake variations. The fist bump, the elbow bump, the dap, the dance, back and forth, up and down, wiggle, turn around, hip bump. There's the old bro handshake that my daughter makes fun of when I see my friends. Big fist, bring it in, 3 backpacks. There, of course, as you all have seen, myriad sports handshakes. The wrestling handshake before match begins, the captain's handshake after the coin toss, those elaborate NBA pregame handshakes, Major League Baseball post-home run handshakes and dances and jumps, post-game handshake line, and so on. There are humorous handshakes, like the Key Field skit of Obama going on a handshake line. If you haven't seen it, please Google that. One of my favorites. There are also famous handshakes. Ulysses S. Grant and Robert E. Lee at Appomattox, Stalin and Churchill and Truman at Potsdam, Richard Nixon and Elvis Presley, Bill Clinton and JFK, Queen Elizabeth and Martin McGuinness, and on. There are even, as it turns out, record handshakes. Theodore Roosevelt set the modern record with 8,510 handshakes at a White House reception in 1907, only to be broken by then sitting Mayor Joseph Lazarow, who shook 11,000 hands in a single day for a July 1977 publicity stunt. On May 27, 2008, Kevin Whitaker and Corey Chins broke a Guinness World Record for the world's longest handshake with a single hand in San Francisco by shaking hands for 9 hours and 30 minutes. This record stood all of 3 months until Kirk Williamson and Richard McCauley shook hands uninterruptedly for 10 hours at Aloha Stadium in Hawaii. It was broken 3 more times in the next 11 months. The current title is held by Matthew Rosen and Joe Ackerman at 15 hours, 30 minutes, and 45 seconds. Things to aspire to. The handshake itself, as it turns out, has a long and interesting history as well. Handshake is not a new thing, as I discovered. In fact, it's been around for quite some time. The earliest known depiction of a handshake is from ancient Assyrian relief in the 9th century BC of the Assyrian king Shalmaneser II shaking the hand of the Babylonian king Marduk-Shum I to seal an alliance between the 2 leaders. The Greeks, too, shook hands. There are images on funerary seals in the 5th century BC of 2 people offering their right hand to each other in a practice called dexiosis, literally to give the right hand. Sometimes pictures of a couple, sometimes it's 2 gods, sometimes a god and a mortal. Often pictured in farewell or in a reunion in the afterlife. Homer wrote or sang that handshake also. In Book 14 of the Iliad, Neptune takes Agamemnon's, quote, right hand in his own and assures him that the blessed gods are not yet severely angry. The Romans and Etruscans too painted the handshake in their funerary art. There's a Roman coin from the 1st century AD showing 2 hands clasped together next to the name of the goddess Concordia. Ovid writes of how the Sabine women persuaded their husbands and fathers to stop lying. The men let their weapons and their metal fall, he writes, and having laid by their swords, the fathers-in-law shake hands with the sons-in-law and receive their handshake. Theories exist then that the handshake grew as a way of showing peaceful intentions. Reaching out with an empty right hand on a sword symbolized a lack of threat and a peaceful gesture, hence the Assyrian and Babylonian kings, or the Sabine warriors. It has been suggested that the Romans grasped forearms, perhaps, to make sure there was no knife on the sleeve. Some have even suggested that the handshake, shaking up and down, to make sure no extra neck, daggers, and knives can fall out of the sleeve. The development of the handshake as a greeting, however, took a little longer to develop over the years. For the order in medieval and early modern human precedent, hierarchy prescribed signs of rank, kneeling, bowing, curtsying, and moving one's head near to a superior and graciously nodded and held. Class distinctions remain important. There is, as one might imagine, a deep academic scholarship of the handshake. Digging into the archives of JSTOR, we'll find new articles on the politics of touch, the semiotics of the handshake, the gender implications of the grasp, the psychology of the business handshake, and so on. One academic even referred to the pioneering essay on the end of friendship in the Netherlands. Fascinating. But if you sort through that literature, it becomes clear that handshakes have generally corresponded to two things. One, demonstration of peaceful intent or friendliness, greeting, parting, congratulations, gratitude, sort of. And two, the sealing of a bond, whether business, diplomatic, or symbolic, a sign of trust, respect, and balance. In short, handshakes can be a sign of connection and or a sign of equality. It turns out that the custom of regular handshaking, and we use commonly, eventually was developed through two specific social networks in the 17th and 18th centuries. One was composed of merchants and traders in Northern Europe who routinely shook hands to confirm a deal. These merchants were making agreements across potential areas of class, religion, or nation, and even if not equal in wealth and status, where religion or nation, the handshake for them created a framework of mutual trust, which was necessary for successful trading systems that were the root of our modern capitalism time. Second, social network was the Quakers. For them, the development of the handshake was ideological and even theological. The Quakers, you might know, were a relatively small minority in the late 70s, early 80s, who believed in what was then quite a radical egalitarianism. They dressed plainly, avoided all outward show of rank and status. They addressed others high or low with a familiar thee and thou. They required no ministers for worship, and were simply free to speak from the heart as the Spirit moved. Accordingly, the Quakers utterly declined to bow or curtsy to their social betters. Instead, all their friends, men and women alike, shook hands in their daily greetings, as well as at the end of their meetings for worship, as a sign of their equality. And when the Quakers moved to America, newly searched Americans embraced this greeting quickly and easily. The democratizing impulse of the late 18th and early 19th centuries was strong, as the early republic sought to distinguish itself from the British monarchy. The Jacksonian era and American Revolution, the idea of an egalitarian society caught the early American imagination. Such a gesture as the handshake among peoples rang true. Of course, the paradoxes of American democracy brought the so-called democratizing imagery of the handshake into relief as well. A white enslaver would never dream of shaking hands with his pointedly, abolitionists famously used on their pamphlets the image of an African, kneeling in chains and holding up his hands, pleadingly asking, "Am I not a man and brother?" Now, on the reverse of that pamphlet was usually an image of two hands locked together in a handshake, not unlike the Roman coin. You said earlier, and not unlike the snake symbol. The very nature of hands shaking among equals was at the heart of the American idea of democracy. It was even at the heart of the written poem that Cole so artfully regulated. At the beginning of the poem, when the child hands the grass to the speaker, the contact between the two of them starts to open its imagination. The uniform hieroglyphic that describes the grass, quote, sprouting alike in broad zones and narrow zones, growing among black folks as among white, is a rumination on American democracy, at a time when American democracy was being threatened. Natives, the Kennebec, Tuckahoe, congressmen, former enslaved people, women's rights, I give them the same, I receive them the same. And those sprouts of grass will grow, good folks, just as democracy will. A powerful and poetic riff on a topic as important as a democratically gathered community in a democratic society during the election. And the riff that begins when Whitman touches the hand of the child. So handshakes play an important part in American history. They play an important role in our history, our school's history as well. The very first all-school handshake on the early day of term, as it turns out, happened exactly 20 years ago today. On the very first day of Dr. Brennan's long tenure. Checked this out last night. It was the first Ms. John Gould actually from Mr. Brennan himself. The school had long had a tradition of the seniors and party faculty shaking hands with us at the end of the Mr. Brennan thought it would be good and right to begin the year that way as well. I've actually found this is his opening call from 2004. At the very end of it, he introduces that custom 20 years ago. It is a fine tradition, and one that is at the core of what we do. As he told me last night, it was something that I had done in every school I've been at since 1986, but nowhere did it take better than at Roxbury Lab. And that's because of our community. I can also imagine things are falling right now in the same sound. I hope that handshake is a tradition you can grasp. Handshake is a tradition you can grasp. But our traditions are important because they mark the values that we have, and values that we feel worthy of passing down. Traditions at Roxbury Lab make up the core of who we are because they symbolize what it is we believe in. Even the word tradition is rooted and related to a handshake. Tradition comes from the Latin verb tradere, to deliver or hand over, comes from trans and dare. Literally, something you give across, and pass down over time. A sort of generational handshake. So this tradition we have of the handshake, the all-school handshake, is essentially important. It's of our very essence, because it is a connection. A handshake is a physical connection. The touching of hands brings an invisible contact with each other. It is engagement, physical engagement, and that is as important as anything. Just last week, Dr. Jared Horvath spoke to the faculty, you may remember from last week, talked about the morning. He spoke to that last week about Royal Academy. One of the most salient points I thought was that there are studies that show that touch and voice and physical presence create the release of oxytocin, which creates good feelings in humans. You also know that reading a text or email does not cause that same release. In fact, creates the release of catecholamines, which creates a sense of loss. The physical touch itself is important. A handshake is also a symbolic connection. It's a gesture of respect. Something we do to show trust. Something we do to show warmth and love. A handshake, we also handshake, and it's something that shows and creates community. And that's why it works. Our physical handshake represents a more figurative and symbolic handshake. It represents an embrace and a connection to something larger than just the person in front of you. It represents the community. It represents a physical community that is gathered here in this room and on these grounds with great and meaningful frequency. Jostled, cramped, together, but physically together, metaphorically shaking hands. We listen to each other in this room, we praise each other, we learn from each other. We are also an intellectual community dedicated to life and mind. A community that will figuratively shake hands with ourselves. I encourage you this year to translate your Cicero, to draft your sign first, to read your Federalist, and to fully embrace and shake hands with that intellectual life. We are also a moral and spiritual community that sings, and prays, and laughs, and cries, and cheers together. We make mistakes, picks each other up, that leads to doing what is right, encourages each other to do so, and that embraces each other at all times. So this year, please grasp all these communities firmly and with meaning. Look at challenges in the eye. Don't graft too hard. That hurts you and hurts them. Don't give the limp fish much money for things. Grasp these communities with intent, and empathy, and interest. Look people in the eye, make a connection, rock them. So this is a talk, really, about connection, about being a part of a community, about physical, figurative handshakes, about traditions, what they symbolize, how we grasp each other's hands, how we are a community, how we get on everything that equality on. That's what democracy is. That's what Band of Brothers is. That's what Roger Latin is. We are poised on the edge of a great school. I love meetings like this. This is the best day of the year. Think of all the great things you're going to do this year. And just as we do at the end of the year with our outgoing seniors and current class members, we are soon going to welcome the new members of our community and each other to this school year with passion. We're going to look each other in the eye, grasp each other's hands, and shake and symbol our trust and respect and love for each other. And a gesture to intellectual, moral, and spiritual embrace we're going to offer each other in our studies and schools. A better way there to get going to all of us. Good night. Everything, there's a season and a time, every purpose under heaven. In this season, we renew our gathered celebration of productivity and possibility, and affirm the oneness of our mission to strive and serve. O God, who knows us in all our seasons, keep a watchful eye on us, teachers and scholars, as together we forge a thriving congregation. Remind us always of the virtues of the committed daring to try, willing to suffer failure, eager to learn from whatever the outcome, whatever the process. Challenge us to be better friends, colleagues, scholarly companions, as we acknowledge our faults and failings, and seek improvement in our ways and wherefores, and deepening our faithfulness to that which is good and true and beautiful. Love us when we win, and love us when we lose. Teach us to learn from both. Help us look beyond a single contest, failed addition, debauched test, and hurtful conduct. Inspire us to love one another, doing well by doing good, extending a helpful hand, offering an encouraging word. Keep us grateful for our lives, for our privilege, for our possibility, the company of these fellow travelers, and pray with us always.